Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis, and today is May 2nd, and the significance of that is we have just about 3 weeks left in the season. Tomorrow will officially be 3 weeks. Now, the main reason I'm bringing up 3 weeks left in the season is for basically the way the rotations in the game are going. We have a 3-week cycle on a lot of things, and also it's going to be kind of your last chance within Season of the Risen to do certain objectives, seasonal challenges, and a couple other things that I'll go over for all of you guys. So this video is going to be covering what to make sure you get done in the next 3 weeks. Tomorrow is Guardian Games. What I'm going to do tomorrow is kind of take the new pieces of strike scoring and stuff like that, and I'm going to try and make a guide for you guys so that one is a bit simplified. Look for that video tomorrow. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Hit that alert bell so you don't see that one. Tomorrow's video also will be sponsored, so if you guys do see this one or see that video tomorrow, if you guys will watch that video in full, watch through the ad, click on the link, that's a great way to support the channel without having to do much else. So if you guys will support that video tomorrow, that is always appreciated. But we're going to talk about the last 3 weeks in Season of the Risen and what you want to make sure you get done before it's over. So the first thing is, if you are trying to get the seasonal challenges done with regards to Legend Psyops Battlegrounds, they are on a weekly rotation. You've got the Moon, EDZ, and Cosmodrome, and you can't like skip ahead. So being as we have 3 weeks left, you're going to have one more chance for EDZ, one more chance for Cosmodrome, and one more chance for the Moon. If you are looking to get your seasonal challenges done with relation to those, tomorrow, when it kicks off, is the time that you really need to get those going. Because Legendary Psyops Battlegrounds like EDZ, for example, I've got to get mine done because I missed that in rotation. You're going to have your Cosmodrome, and you're also going to have your Moon. So those are important. Now, if you are trying to do something with regards to, say, complete a Legend Psyops without dying, you might have to have some friends who are going to be willing to die for you. But that one you can do at any time. But if you're looking to get the Legend Psyops Battlegrounds done within this season, first off, and also make sure you get your Insight, which is going to help you unlock the war table completely. And I don't know how they're going to handle that, because the war table's not going anywhere, and this seasonal activity is not going anywhere, but sometimes seasonal challenges will kind of retire. But I'm guessing these will probably stay around for a little while because the Insight is so linked to it. But again, if you want to get it done this season, if you want to fully upgrade the war table for the Season of the Risen seal, these are things that you need to get done. So EDZ should be first. Then you're going to have Cosmodrome, and then the final week of the season, you will have the Moon. So 3 weeks left, 3 rotations, Legend Psyops Battlegrounds. If you're looking to get all of those done, all your seasonal challenges done, this is the last 3-week rotation within this season. Second thing you're going to want to do is pay attention to the rotation for the Crucible rotation playlist. Now, normally, if you just go to the director, you'll see whatever the rotation is. And some of these don't have really too much. You've got Clash, you've got Showdown, maybe. You might have a couple of random things in here. Most of these are not exactly tied to the seasonal challenges, but a few of them are. They want to get you into some of those playlists. And those specifically literally started at week 1. Maybe you got them, maybe you missed them. But again, in these final 3 weeks, these are the last times that you're going to get to catch them. If the rotation is correct, which I have to imagine it's going to be, Momentum Control is going to be tomorrow in the first week of Guardian Games. You need to make sure you get 75 Guardians killed in Momentum Control, which honestly just means your guns are more powerful. It's not hard to get Guardian kills because there's so many kills that you get in here. It goes pretty quick. Just spend a little time in that playlist. So that would be week 11. Week 12, you're going to see the Flourish of Power. You need to go blow some stuff up in Mayhem. So make sure you get that one if you haven't finished it. And then your final one is going to be Team Scorched. So you got to get 50 kills in there. You know, practice your mid-air detonation and stuff of that nature. Anything after that, you've got Iron Banner. That is going to be in week 2. So you've got Iron Banner coming May 10th through May 17th. Probably the same time you're going to see Mayhem. Big thing about Iron Banner, you do have to play some Iron Banner for a couple of the challenge. This one for sure. I'd have to look through and see if there's anything else Iron Banner related. But Iron Banner specifically, this is the last Iron Banner where you're also going to be able to turn in tokens. If you have any tokens on your character, best way to check, go here, go to Iron Banner, see what you got. If you've been doing the bounties, if you've been doing the quests, all of those things, you're going to see your tokens. These are going to be literally deleted from your character at the end of this season, because in Season 17, they're doing a rework of Iron Banner. So Iron Banner is going to have some rework, apparently maybe with Caiatl involved, probably more focused engrams, that type of thing. The tokens are going away is my point. So if you have any tokens, turn them in that final Iron Banner from May 10th through May 17th. You've got to turn all of them in or they will be gone. So make sure you get that done. That will be an important piece as well. You've got two things with regards to Crucible. The Crucible rotation playlist, and that's going to be, you know, Momentum Control, Mayhem, and Team Scorched. If you have not finished any of those triumphs, these are the 3 weeks that you're going to need to do them, and in that order. And then on week 2 of these final 3 weeks, the 10th through the 17th, Iron Banner comes back for the final time. You've also got your final shot to get this triumph if you're going for it, and then also turn in all of your tokens. So this is an important piece. That's kind of a 2-in-1 for that week. Now, a hugely important thing, if you're an active player this season at all, you've probably got your Grand Overture. Now, this season it probably hasn't felt amazing. We do have 20 more in the magazine at this point, but machine guns not really in the best spot for DPS and that type of thing. Now, next season, machine guns are going to be getting a 40% boost against PvE enemies. That's anything that are red bars or majors, which does include champions. Now, most of the machine guns are getting a 20% boost against bosses. Grand Overture and also Xenophage are not getting the 20% against bosses just due to the fact of their kind of high impact nature anyway. But 40% against champions, still a massive bump, especially if you're trying to take off champions or clear some ads. I don't know if Grand Overture is going to come into like being the ultra meta. I still think Xenophage will probably be better. But generally, it's still going to be one of those things that could have some potential. So getting Grand Overture and then also getting your Catalyst. The Catalyst is what's going to make any of these better. If Xenophage ever gets a Catalyst, it's probably going to be God tier, but who knows what they'll do for that. But we do have the Grand Overture Catalyst that you can get this season. You need to go to Banshee, figure out what the objectives are, knock that one out. The biggest thing, and it's usually just doing strikes, Crucible, Gambit, stuff like that. It's just matches, and then once you have your season pass high enough, it's only up to 22 that you need. The progress for that Catalyst goes 4 times as fast. So instead of having to do 200 strikes or something ridiculous, you've only got to do 50. And if we're going to have Guardian games, if we're going to have Iron Banner, if you're trying to do anything at all with regards to reputation, ornaments, and all that stuff, you're probably going to be playing a decent amount in those playlists if you need to knock some stuff out and you haven't done this yet. If you haven't done this yet, this is the time. 22 is not a hard seasonal rank to get if you've already got it done. But next season, if you're trying to get the Catalyst done for something that was from a previous season, it is so slow. And that is the big difference. The fact that you've only got to do like 50 total strikes, Crucible matches, or Gambit, as opposed to like 200, it's massive. I had to go back and do one of these. I think it was Ariana's Vow. Somehow I missed it, and I had to go through and do the 200. It took me forever, just because it is so much slower. So my advice is, if you are an active player this season, please make sure you finish up the Catalyst, do enough strikes, do enough Crucible, knock it out now, and you will thank me later, because if you have to go back and do any of these grinds later on, they are painful as can be. So knock out the Catalyst, get it. Now then you can actually go take the Catalyst, and then you can go, once you've got it, you can go shoot the enemies later, but you have to actually get the Catalyst itself. Now, this still wasn't the fastest one to unlock, but it wasn't the end of the world. It does give you the missiles will explode will blind combatants. Also, those defeated by missile impacts will then explode. You get a little bit, it says handling for the stat, but it looks like it's boosting up stability. I'm not sure where the wires got crossed, but you do get a little bit of a boost here. Main key to note is the fact that you've got, you know, the slug launcher, you've got the missile launcher, and again, getting the Catalyst acquired is much slower at a future season. So knock that out now, and I promise you, you'll thank me as well. The final thing, and I'm going to talk about this in a couple different videos to make sure you all do not miss it. If you do not have the Heir Apparent weapon already, or if you do not have the Catalyst already, Guardian Games is the only place to get it. It's 3 weeks a year. That's all we get, and then you got to wait another, 49 weeks to get it? The fact that machine guns are getting that boost of 40% against PvE enemies, and then most of them, which does include this one, by the way, are getting that 20% boost against bosses, they're going to potentially be strong. Well, the seasonal pursuit weapon is also going to be a machine gun, so you're going to have some options. But the fact that Heir Apparent can give you a shield when it's fully spun up, and then also the fact that the Catalyst will give you a stronger shield, and then if the shield actually breaks, it refills part of the magazine, and you're getting that huge boost to damage. You can get this thing basically once a year. So I can't scream it enough. During Guardian games, The quest is not that hard. I've got a previous video from last year on it, and it's probably going to be about the same. I'm going to work with somebody else to make sure it is. But the idea is, get this weapon. It's not that hard to do. It just takes a little bit of time in Guardian games, but it is worth getting with the buff coming to machine guns. They may get buffed and they may get nerfed a little bit later if they're too strong, but as they're going to be strong next season, especially at the start, my advice is get this now and enjoy it while we get to enjoy a little bit of machine gun strength. So I will cover Guardian games in full. I'm going to get with somebody and probably make a separate video on Heir Apparent, probably a little later in the week once I've got some stuff ironed out. But it is worth getting this weapon, especially going into Season 17, because they've never been buffed like this, and this is getting the full buff. The 40 per PvE for minors and majors, and this is also getting the 20% to bosses. Could be very strong, not entirely sure yet where every machine gun is going to land, but don't miss this one. Please don't miss this one. So, that's the main keys. You've got 3 weeks left in the season. You've got Legend, Psyops, Battlegrounds rotating through one more time, so you can fully unlock your war table, get your Risen seal done, all that type of stuff. Crucible rotation, same thing, 3 more weeks, because you're going to have your Momentum Control, Mayhem, and then also Team Scorched in those final 3 weeks. They should be there. Iron Banner, May 10th through May 17th. Get enough of that done, turn in all of your tokens, because the tokens will be going away. Gone. Grand Overture Catalyst. Use the bonus that you've got from the season pass now. It sucks to do it later, and I can't tell you how mad that sucks, because I've done it once. That's why I'm trying to tell you again. Get the Catalyst acquired now, and you can get the kills later on. If it's cool, you can go shoot stuff wherever. But get the Catalyst, acquire it for the weapon, at least know that you're on the kill phase after you acquire it. And the final piece is Guardian games. Cool exotic coming from that one. If you want to rep for your class of Titan, Hunter, or Warlock, that is totally up to you guys. I'm going to be going for Titan just because that's what I've been maining. But that is it. We got 3 weeks left in the season. Guardian games is how we're going to wrap this one up. So if you enjoyed this video, drop a like below. As I said, my guide for Guardian games will be coming tomorrow. That will be a sponsored video. So if you guys do want to support the channel, biggest thing you guys can do for me on those types of things, watch the opening, watch through the ad, and click on the link for me. That would be a huge help. All of you guys who want to find me on Twitter or Twitch or right here, it's Ebontis. Subscribe if you haven't. Those of you who are YouTube members or Patreon subscribers, thank you for that extra support. I'll see you soon. Have a good one.